everyone, it's Jess. Welcome back for another gardening video. So today I'm just going to be doing a ton of planting. You guys, if you saw my last haul video, you know that I've been doing a ton of plant shopping. So first I'm going to be focusing on getting my annual color planted into this bed. This bed has not been formally edged yet, you guys, just because I am still debating on extending it for a 5th time. I know, y'all, I need more planting space. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get the annuals in the ground. Let me go ahead and grab the plants, show you what I'm planting, and we'll get to work. So here are the plants that I'll be planting. I did pick up 48 of these from my farmer's market. They were 38 cents a piece. So pretty. They have a nice magenta deep center and then very blush light pink blooms. They actually have a larger bloom. These are a vinca called Pacifica apricot. So I'm going to go ahead and get these in the ground, and then we'll move on to the next project.
We've been driving around, singing songs way too loud because we wanna. Picking up our love friends, fill up the car till it bends because we wanna. Yeah, we just wanna have fun. The trunk's full of wine. We're gonna stay up, have the time of our lives. The night is young. Don't need anybody else. We came to party all night long, and we don't need no chaperone. We don't need nobody's attention. Yeah, we just wanna dance on our own. We came to party all night long and sing along to every song. We don't need nobody's attention, don't need nobody else in our zone.
Alright, you guys, so I got all of the vinca planted in the ground. They're just lining this border in a nice simple drift here. And you guys, this only took me maybe all of 3 minutes, if that. Like, this drill and plant auger makes planting so quick and easy. I love it. So again, if you guys are interested in purchasing, check my description box. I will have a discount code listed there. It is Gardenista 10, and that will save you 10% off of your purchase. Okay, so next project for the day is going to be digging up and replacing my azalea bushes. If you guys remember earlier in the season, I stated that I wanted to replace these just because I do not like the way that they look when they are not in bloom. So I waited until they're finished blooming. They are just about done. As you can see, most of the blooms are dried, getting ready to fall off. So I'm going to go ahead and dig these up, put them in a pot. I do have a friend that is going to be taking them, and I'm going to plant the plants that I'm going to be replacing them with. Alright, so I got both of them planted into the ground, and you guys, I am loving the way that this looks already. This is just making my soul so happy to see something lush green as my backdrop. So these are a dwarf variety of cryptomeria called Nana globosa. They grow about 2 to 3 feet tall and wide, which is probably the size I plan on keeping them. I don't want them to get too large just because I do enjoy sitting out here on my patio and looking out into the garden. So I'll probably keep them right around this size here. Just a nice tight ball shape, which is their natural growth habit. They have a globe-shaped growth habit naturally, you guys. I do not have to do any pruning on these, which I'm excited about. So I do also plan on replacing my rhododendron here in the center. Well, not replacing, I will be relocating it. So that will be moving to the backyard once I finish the beds back there, and then I'll figure out something to do in the center here because I'm not sure if I want to keep my boxwoods as well. But y'all, I am just so happy and excited to have something lush, green, and a bold texture all year round as my backdrop. So my next task is to get all of these gorgeous annuals planted into the ground so that they can bloom throughout the season. I'm going to tackle these snapdragons down here in the front first, and then I'll be working on my containers. So I got all 5 of those tucked in right there. I did have one extra one that I just popped in back behind the tree, but I think it'll be a nice contrast up underneath my limelight. I'll have my yellow Stella d'Oro daylilies blooming. The yellow will tie in with the pink of the snapdragons, and then I'll have that nice baby pink down in the front with the vinca. I think it's going to be beautiful. All right, so next project on the list is going to be planting up my containers for the season. So I have already filled up a couple of my planters here with some potting soil. The first thing I will be tackling is planting my elephant ear bulbs. These are the bulbs that I picked up from my local Lowe's. They were $6.98 a piece. These are the jumbo elephant ears. And you guys, this is going to be my first time planting elephant ear bulbs. I'm so excited. So I want this to basically be my main focal centerpiece, and then I will go around the bottom and tuck in a few annuals. And basically all I'm going to do is plant this pointy side up. As you can see here, there are some rings around the top here. This is where the elephant ears will grow out, and then from the bottom it will sprout some roots. So let's go ahead and give this a try. You guys, wish me luck. Here's the first one I'll be tucking in. This one is called Super Bell's Watermelon Punch. It is a full to part sun annual. They grow about 6 to 12 inches tall. This is a hybrid calibrachoa, and I think it'll be lovely up underneath that big, bold green foliage. And then also I will be planting this one here. This is a Super Bell's Dreamsicle. Same thing, another calibrachoa hybrid, full sun, 6 to 12 inches. So I think these will create such a pretty combination, a nice tropical vibe underneath that foliage. So for this pot, I want to plant up my hibiscus here. This is one that I overwintered in my garage last fall. So I'm just going to tuck this down as my centerpiece. I believe this one blooms orange flowers, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm just going to kind of make a well. Might need to remove some soil out of here. Try and sit that down into the pot. Try and see if I can get underneath it. Pull some soil out to tuck it in. There we go. Pick it all 4 sides nice and even. So I changed my mind just a little bit, you guys. I want this one to sit a little bit more towards the back, so this way I have room to plant my annual in the front. I'm just going to tuck in one annual for a spiller. So here's a look at the annual that I'm going to be planting. It's called Super Petunia Priscilla. It is a double bloom, you guys. Look at that petunia. So pretty. Y'all know that I love double blooms. So I think this will be just a nice spiller. This will grow nice and wide, and you actually probably won't be able to see the pot towards the end of the season, but I think this is going to be a gorgeous combination. Okay, so I have one more pot that I found in my garage that I wanted to add to this set here. So I'll have a nice little trio sitting on the corner of my patio. I'm going to go ahead and fill this up with soil, and this is the annual that I'll be planting into it. It looks very similar to the Priscilla. This one is called Veranda Compact Double Sugar Plum Petunia. It is full sun, and this one, let's see, grows 12 to 16 inches tall and wide. So I'm just going to plant this one by itself into the planter. All right, 3 down, 3 more to go. Okay, so I've got that pot prepped. I have the elephant ear planted. This is another one of the sugar plum petunias that I will be planting. It's the same plant that I just showed you guys. And then for my other spiller, I'm going to go in with this hot pink Supertunia Sharon. It's another double bloom. You guys know I love double petunias, but I think the combination of the purple and pink will be gorgeous underneath the elephant ear. So I think I'm changing my mind again, you guys. I think I don't like this here. I'd rather have this by itself in this pot. So this is another Supertunia Priscilla. I think this will look better as a spiller. Pop that in there. Here's a look at the plant that I'll be planting in my last container. It's called Blue Rock Candy Beard's Tongue. I picked this up from Lowe's on clearance for $3, and it is gorgeous, you guys. Yes, yes, more purple, but I love my purples in my gardens. Next project on today's list is going to be digging out these old tower boxwoods that I have flanking my entryway. They have a bad case of boxwood blight, and I'll be replacing them with some DeGroote's arborvitae. Wow, you guys, that looks so much better than having those raggedy tower boxwoods. Like, what a transformation just by putting two healthy looking trees in the ground. I did mulch just a little bit around them. I only had one bag of mulch, so I just mulched enough to give the roots some insulation. I will be mulching these beds hopefully within the next couple of weeks. You guys, ignore my grass. Most of this will be removed. I am going to be creating some pathways, especially right here in the center, leading out into the yard. So I have been ignoring my grass back here. So yeah, ignore that. It will all be removed. But yeah, you guys, these trees look so amazing. These grow about 8 feet tall, so they'll be a nice column structure, and they only get about 2 feet wide. So I think they'll come right to the edge of the bed is what I'm hoping for. So yeah, I'm so happy. All right, next order of business is I originally had 4 Beard's Tongue planted here in a drift. Unfortunately, the one that was planted down here did not survive the winter, so I was able to go to Lowe's and I found this one here on the clearance rack for $3. So I'll pop that one in the ground to serve as a replacement to complete my little drift here. There we go. So now I have a nice complete drift. Ooh, you guys, I need to go in and prune back the spent blooms on my Celines. I'll have to do that after this video. All right, so I believe this may be the last project for today. The sun is starting to set. So I have a little fire and ice popped in the center there, and I was able to get my hands on 2 more. So I'm just gonna pop these 2 in the ground and complete my little drift. last two are in the ground and I think they look so cute. Now, of course, all of these will grow to about a foot larger than what they currently are, which I'm okay with. I know they will end up touching, but these are not the permanent location for these plants. I do plan on dividing these hostas and moving some to my new beds that I'll be creating later on in the season. So you guys definitely stay tuned for my upcoming videos. I'd have a lot of new content coming, a lot of new areas that I'll be creating for gardening. And yeah, I'm so excited. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this quick little plant with me video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next one. Peace.